Hello, my name is HarryRose, and this is my project representation for Mickey, a modular and inclusive kitchen island. The image on screen depicts a typical Australian kitchen, which appears unremarkable at first glance. But, when viewed from the perspective of a wheelchair user, this seemingly functional environment contains dangerous and inaccessible barriers at every stage of the food preparation process. These widespread and excessive barriers prevent these individuals from utilizing this environment, thereby depriving them of their independence. The ability to live an independent life is a basic human right. A lack of independence can have a severe and profound impact on mental and physical health while also leading to reduced community participation. Currently, this harsh reality is faced by 413,000 physically disabled Australians who have inadequate living conditions, denying their independence. Currently in Australia, 4.4 million people live with a disability, with 3.4 million living with some form of physical disability, making up roughly 18% of the Australian population. Currently, only 5% of current Australian housing in both the public and private sectors reached minimum accessibility standards. A fact that is significantly worsened by an estimate from Livable Homes Australia, who have estimated that there is a 60% chance that a home will be occupied by a person with a disability at some point. When it comes to independence, no room is more important than the kitchen. It's the heart of the home and where we sustain ourselves. My research presented that this area of the home is the biggest need for equalised accessibility. It's also currently the least explored area of the home in terms of accessibility modifications, as most kitchens aren't wheelchair accessible, which jeopardizes independence and comfort. To identify already established precedents, research was conducted in the form of case studies on current market options. 3 examples of mobility-friendly solutions are shown on the right. These all provide clear precedents in accessible kitchen design, but they all have the same problems. They are extremely expensive and lack customizability, so once installed, no easy changes can be made. My research in the first semester established a clear design criteria the outcome will have to meet in order to be successful. The outcome will be modular, universally accessible, customizable, adaptable, and have accessible storage options. In line with the double diamond framework, during the delivery phase, a circular design cycle was utilized to maximize the effectiveness of the design process to produce informed outcomes while also being ethically considered. Due to the ethical concerns surrounding engagement with vulnerable groups, empathic modeling was utilized throughout the design process to ideate and test designs. This process is a method of role-play ideation which allows designers to explore what matters most to the users in an environmental experience. I obtained a wheelchair and performed multiple food preparation and cooking activities in my home kitchen. In the first part of this design project, this method gave me clear insight into the issues and barriers faced by a wheelchair user in the kitchen. However, in part 2, this approach was used to generate ideas for potential solutions to those previously identified barriers. During the sketch ideation process, I considered how the user would interact with the kitchen island while also exploring forms, storage options, and potential combinations. The design concept was refined through collaboration and interviews with an occupational therapist. These interviews provided insight into common issues and ways in which to solve them, while also serving as opportunities to get feedback on design progress to further refine the project at every stage until a final concept was chosen for the prototyping stage. Designs developed through the empathic modeling and sketch and CAD ideation informed the creation of a 1:1 scale cardboard prototype. These models were constructed for key work areas, movable work surfaces, and storage options. These prototypes were then utilized in a series of body storming exercises where I performed key actions and processes to evaluate and validate how design decisions would translate into the final product. Due to the ethical concerns surrounding user testing, all body storming exercises were performed by myself. Each storage unit was evaluated individually for this exercise. All 4 prototypes were assessed based on their ease of use, effort required to open, strain while accessing contents, and ability to access storage from various approach angles. Each unit's strengths and weaknesses were evaluated in order to amalgamate positive and negative elements for each concept. The modularity, adaptability, and customizability of the Mickey design were crucial design criteria that needed to be thoroughly evaluated. To test this, a 4.3 meter by 3.4 meter zone was defined within an open workspace. This zone represented the dimensions of an average Australian kitchen and established dimensional limits for where the prototypes could be arranged and where the wheelchair could move within. Testing of each layout consisted of simulating key activities within that layout, such as food preparation, cooking, cleaning, wheelchair maneuverability between key areas, ease of access for storage options, optimal access points, and overall assessment of accessibility. These layout tests also evaluated the ergonomics of key units, allowing me to make informed design changes and validate design decisions that would benefit the user in the final outcome. The outcome of this research and testing is Mickey, the Modular Inclusive Kitchen Island, a universally accessible modular kitchen island system. Mickey is fundamentally about providing mobility aid users with the independence they currently lack due to a lack of inclusivity in the modern kitchen environment, while not impeding the experience of users who live without physical limitations. Mickey is designed with the user's physical limitations and current living conditions in mind. The intended user is presented with a family of modular units that fit together seamlessly and can be hand-selected and rearranged to create a kitchen environment that accommodates the user's physical conditions and current living space. The central divider allows static units to be installed at any spot, as both electrical equipment and plumbing are hidden within. Pictured here is only a potential combination of select units. Each unit has multiple variations to choose from. Mickey utilizes adjustable height key work surfaces that have a height range of 700mm to 950mm. This height range enables access to key work areas for a wide range of users that can operate from both sitting and standing positions by allowing them to access a comfortable work surface height. Mickey also includes a variety of accessible storage options that have been carefully selected to allow a wheelchair user to approach the storage from a variety of angles, while also reducing strain by bringing the contents towards them to allow for less strenuous access. Mickey utilizes adjustable height key work surfaces that have a height range of 700mm to 950mm. This height range enables access to key work areas for a wide range of users that can operate from both sitting and standing positions by allowing them to access a comfortable work surface height. Mickey also includes a variety of accessible storage options that have been carefully selected to allow a wheelchair user to approach the storage from a variety of angles, while also reducing strain by bringing the contents towards them to allow for less strenuous access. And finally, to help with the design, installation, and occupational therapy consultation process, Mickey comes with a detailed design guide. This guide informs users on material combinations, theme and color variations, the modular unit range, and a placement guide on physical limitations, dominant hands, home environment, possible layouts, and recommended benchtop working heights. As explored earlier, 413,000 physically disabled Australians live in inadequate living conditions. I hope that Mickey has the potential to bring back independence to a fraction of this 413,000 who may just be a kitchen away from independence. An inexpensive, modular and inclusive kitchen island would not only allow mobility aid users to live independently, but if successful, might set the standard for accessible kit set rental properties in Australia. Thank you for listening, and I am planning on developing and further refining the Mickey concept further in the future.